What is up, guys? Burning Heavy here. So, I wanted to talk about Crysis and its graphics, and graphics in general in video games. So, Crysis, a game released in 2007, has better graphics, other than those rock textures right there, than GTA 5 or Destiny on the 360, both games being released very recently. Yeah. Now, of course, graphics aren't everything. The Order 1886, 87, that one game for the Pleb Station 4, kind of proves that. It's incredibly pretty, decent story, boring as bricks. But it's a very important part of gaming. It helps immersion and things like that, which is why some of the prettiest games out there are, in fact, horror titles. Now, Crysis, some people say just a tech demo for the Crytek engine or the Cry engine. I don't know exactly the name. I don't think that's true because it's a solid shooter. It's not a very long shooter, but it is well made. It is well engineered. The guns sound like killing machines, not little pew pew. You fire off the assault rifle in GTA or Saints Row, and it's like, the explosions have a big thud. I throw 3 or 4 grenades, and it sounds like an artillery bombardment just goes off. And the guns are satisfying to play. The mechanics with the suit are a really good idea and work really well. It was definitely not a tech demo like, The Order, which with its photo mode is proving that all they care about is graphics in that game. Because it's like, ooh, look how pretty a screenshots you can take. Ooh, who's still playing that game? But I want to talk about how consoles have slowed the progress of video games. Because the 360, even in 2007, had dated hardware. That's 2 years after it launched, and it has dated hardware, and it existed for another close to 10 years. That's why PCs are so far ahead of the last gen of consoles. Okay, this gen, they've caught up. Once Nvidia and AMD come out with new video cards, they fall behind again. And that's the problem with consoles, is they can never catch up with PC. And as long as they try to compete with PC gaming, they're going to lose. I think Nintendo has taken, the right route, saying, all right, well, we're not just a big fancy PC you hook up on your computer. We're a different console. We have these different attachments. We have different types of games. We have different things. We're not just a fancy PC, which is why a lot of PC gamers are perfectly okay with Nintendo's business strategy. But PS4 and Xbox One, which that's the dumbest name for a console ever. Which Xbox? Xbox One. So you're talking about OG Xbox, or are we talking about the new one? Okay. What are they thinking? But anyway, they can't compete with PC because you can update parts in a PC. My processor's a bit slow, so instead of having to go buy a brand new console and needing millions of dollars to research the controller, I can just go buy a new processor. I can't, I'm poor, but you know what I'm saying, So their console gamers are either going to have to buy a new product every 2 or 3 years, which makes no one happy, or be left in the dust, which really they've already done. The Order's pretty, but it's 30 FPS. That's like the minimum to not give me a headache and make me physically ill. It's not more cinematic, it's just bad. Okay? Everyone's talking about how they're hitting 60 FPS. The big objective that is hitting 60 FPS as you watch me get brutally murdered. Some super soldier I am. 60 FPS is the minimum. Okay? If I drop below around 50, I turn my settings down. This isn't some ideal number. It's not the benchmark we should be shooting for. 144 it is. It's a bit higher than 60. But I just wanted to talk about that. I just wanted to show just how well Crysis has aged. I still boot it up and go, man, this is pretty. And it's 8 years old. Come on. This has been Burning Heavy, and as always, have a wonderful day.